Hey, how you doing there? Henry Olsen here from Super Simple Guitar, and I want to welcome you to this lesson where we're going to be learning the classic legendary tune, Me and Bobby McGee. So in this lesson, since the structure of the song is kind of really all over the place, it's not kind of your standard pop tune structure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just be showing you kind of the chords that are involved, the strumming pattern, and how you could play it as a total beginner, like the most easy possible way. And then under me, there's a link where you can go to Ultimate Guitar and print out the original chord sheet with the lyrics, okay? You're gonna need that to follow along with this tune since it's really all over the place, all right? And also the best way that I recommend you learning this song, if you can, is to try to sing along, okay? Since the chords are kind of really all over the place, if you sing, you'll have an easy time following along, okay? So this was a song request by Cynthia from the Facebook group and who's also a member of Super Simple Guitar. So shout out to you, Cynthia. Thank you for this song request. I've had a lot of fun just kind of playing it myself in preparation for this video. Shout out to Cynthia. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Please forgive me if I'm not. Okay, so let's move into the lesson now. I'm going to start off by showing you the chords that are used in the song and kind of this cool little thing that you can do to kind of add in color to your G chord, and exactly it's what happens in the intro as well, okay? And if that's too hard for you, don't worry. Later on in the lesson, I'm going to be showing you an even easier way to play through the entire song, where we're going to be using the A chord, the E chord, and the D chord. So only 3 chords, okay? And that's also what happens in the original. It's just that with the original, it starts off on a G major, then later on it moves into A. Okay, so let's get started here. We are going to be holding our G chord now like this. So my ring finger is on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and my pinky is on the 1st string, 3rd fret, okay? And with your ring finger here, you're going to notice that you'll be touching the 5th string, which is not a problem at all, okay? That string can be muted out. It won't damage the quality of the chord, okay? So in the intro, it kind of goes like this. It goes, okay? And what I was doing there is I was first holding this shape, and then with my 1st finger and with my middle finger, I was grabbing the 2nd string, 1st fret, and the 4th string, 2nd fret, okay? These fingers are staying where they are. So that's what I'm doing here with the pick is I'm hitting the bass first. I'm going bass down, and then I'm adding these 2 fingers. Okay, so it's bass down, then I'm adding those 2, down, up, and then bass down. And on that last down, these 2 fingers have been removed. All right, so bass down, down, up, bass down. Okay, practice that a couple of times. Bass down, up, bass down. Okay, and that kind of happens 2 times in the intro before we move into the verse of the tune. Okay, so let me just play that for you one more time. Again, I'm holding the 2nd string, 1st fret, and the 4th string, 2nd fret, okay? That's with my 1st string with my middle finger. Okay, and you don't have to strum it the exact same way that I did. This is really something that you can play around with. You could also just go. You see, I was just totally improvising there, okay? So what I want you to also do as an exercise, it's going to make you a much better musician, is to just try to add that in, take it out, maybe do a little bit of just up and down with your right hand, and experiment with adding those notes in and taking them off. And just kind of play with that, and it will make you a better player, trust me, okay? You're going to start to play songs, and all of a sudden, you're just going to do it, and it's going to work, okay? But the way that you're going to get there is to just kind of freestyle with this. Okay, so let me stop talking now. Bass down, adding those notes. Down, up, bass down. And then we can just do down, up, bass down. Okay, so bass down, up, bass down, up. Okay, and then that's kind of how you can end the intro. Okay, and then from there, it just continues with the G major chord. And the strumming pattern is bass down, up, bass down, up. Okay, and that's also something that you can always do when you're playing chords is before you just strum a chord, you can go for that bass note first, which sounds really, really good. Now I was playing the D major chord, and what I did first of all is I hit that bass note. Okay, so that's always something that you can do to spice up your playing, okay? Okay, so to continue with the song, we do that little intro. Okay, 2 times, just play around with it. Make it sound good. I also don't play it the same every time, okay? So just play with it, make it your own. And then it moves into the vocal, right? Where the voice comes in, the singing. So that's just bass down, up, bass down, up. Okay, and it happens about 6 or 7 times. Again, the link for the lyrics and the chords is, you just have to click it and then you can print it out at home. It's right under this video, okay? Then it goes into a D7. And now if you've never played a D7, it looks the same as a D chord, a D major, just flipped around. So if you were to take this shape here and just flip it, you'd have a D7, okay? If that D7 is still tricky for you, or you don't know it, or you don't want to play it, you could also get away with just playing a D major. It would also work, okay? But it'll sound a little bit more kind of spicy and full if you play that 7, okay? So it starts off on the G, right? For whatever amount of times, and then it goes into that D7. And again, I'm going bass down, up, bass down, up. Again, for whatever amount of times. Singing along, it'll be really easy to know how long to stay on which chord, right? Plus, it's on that paper that you can print out. Now, one thing that you could do on that D7 to spice it up, if you want to kind of take that extra step, would be to play. So I was just adding in my pinky there, okay? So I kept everything the way that it was, but I just added in my pinky. So bass down, and now I'm adding in my pinky. Okay, so bass down, adding the pinky, down, up, bass down, up. So I did it once with the pinky on there and once without it. And what that's doing is it's just giving me a D sus4 chord, okay? Don't worry about the names, just kind of focus more on the sounds, how they sound, okay? So that's one cool thing that you could always do when you're playing a D major chord is you could add in that pinky there. Another thing that you could do would be to release this finger and just play the open E string. So now you're on a D7, and then you're adding in that note, okay? Now I know for a total beginner this is a lot of information, but it's good that you hear these things and kind of just get them into your system a little bit, because if you start implementing them now really slowly, just in your practice session, you'll see they organically will just become more and more a part of your playing in time, okay? So don't be scared of these things. Try to really listen to how they sound and have fun with them, okay? Okay, so that's the D7 chord and some cool things that you could do with it. You don't have to do these things, but it's just something that you could do to spice it up a little bit, okay? And then it kind of goes into a C major. Same strumming pattern. It's bass down, up. So that strumming pattern works throughout the whole song, okay? So bass down, up will always work, okay? And on the C major chord, we're not going to be adding in any spice. We're just going to leave it the way that it is, okay? And then it goes back to a G, okay? So those are the 3 chords that happen in the first part of the tune. And those are some cool things that you can do with them just to make it sound a little bit more full. Again, if that's all too much for you, you could also just play the chords and go bass, down, down, up, every time. Right? And it would work. If it's too hard for you to hit that bass, you could just strum down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. That's totally fine too. But what you'll hear if you listen closely is that that bass note first really makes it sound much more full. Much more interesting to the ear rather than... Now I know whoever is watching this might be at a different stage of playing, but just so you kind of have heard these things and you know that it's a possibility, okay? Okay, so that's kind of part one, what happens in the first part of the tune, okay? Part two, the song moves into an A major, and then it's pretty much all the same, right? So it's going from A major, bass, down, down, up, okay? For whatever amount of times, then it moves into an E7. A E7 looks the same as E major. I'm just releasing this finger, okay? So without the ring finger. It's an E major without the ring finger. Again, you could do bass, down, down, up, or you could just strum down, 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 up. That will always work, okay? And then it goes into a D major. Okay. Okay, so that's really how you will be able to play the entire tune. The strumming pattern is down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, or bass down, down, up, bass down, up, okay? So those are the two possibilities. When you're on the G major chord, you have the possibility of adding in these two cool notes that'll make it sound just a little bit more interesting. When you're on the D7, you have the possibility of adding in these notes just to make it sound a little bit cooler too. And that's about it. So now, if you want the total beginner version, and it's hard for you to even play this G chord here and the C chord, what you can do is you can play the entire song with just A major, E, and D, okay? So on the paper where it says G major, you simply just play A major, okay? You could do that throughout the whole tune. So A major where it says G major, let me just check my cheat sheet. Where it says D major, you could play an E, and where it says C, you could play a D, okay? So you could get by playing the entire song just with A, D, and E, okay? You're just gonna have to change where it says G, and instead of G, play an A, where it says D, play an E, and where it says C, play a D, okay? I hope that makes sense. And you could play the whole song just with those three chords, okay? So that's really about it. I hope that this lesson is clear and it gives you some cool ideas of kind of what you could do. And I encourage you to just play around with these concepts. And it doesn't even have to be in the context of the song. You know, just take a D7 chord and see what happens if you add your pinky. Right? See what happens if you're playing that D7 and you release your ring finger. And just have that be a little exercise, you know what I mean? And then try to kind of implement it somewhere in the song and see what happens. It will make you a much better player. Just trust me. Okay, so I hope that you like this lesson. I hope that this is all making sense for you. Again, the link is under this video. Just click it. You can print out the chords and the lyrics and have fun learning it. All right, my name's Henry Olson. I hope you liked this lesson. If you did, give me a thumbs up so YouTube knows that these are good videos. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my videos. And also, I have a free 30-day trial at supersimpleguitar.org. If you want to check that out, it's totally for free, 30 days. You can watch all of my courses, learn more about all these things that I'm talking about, and just become an overall better player and ask me questions anytime, all right? So that's also out there. All right, thank you so much again, Cynthia. I hope that this is all making sense. Let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And if you make a video of you playing this, don't be shy. Send it to me. I will watch it and give you some feedback and let you know what I think and what you could maybe try to do to make it even cooler. All right, Henry Olson here. See you later. Bye-bye.